Dr. Mahantesh. Today I am discussing about the art of scientific writing and its presentation. This is one of the topic which is related to scientific writing. So basically what is meant by scientific writing and how we have to represent it. So scientific writing means it is an art. One can write it by using some uh, techniques or some particular way. We cannot write the scientific reports or scientific datas or scientific research like anything, right? It has its own format to follow to write the scientific work. So suppose we have any scientific work, we feel that it is a new work, then we have to represent it in a form of book, or we can represent it in the form of research article, or we can represent it in the form of simple scientific reports. There are so many ways to expose the scientific writing. Okay, so suppose any work we want to undertake. Scientific writing means we have to uh, take a particular topic, or we have to work on a particular topic, then we have to go for the scientific writing. Because let me explain what is scientific writing first. Yes, what is scientific writing? Here, first of all, we have to choose a title. Title means on which topic you want to work. It may be a concept which should be new, right? It is a concept which should be new. So what is the broad area? Broad area you have to choose. So broad area means, suppose you are the student of botany, so broad area of botany you have to choose. So here there are so many branches of botany, not only single, it may be taxonomy or another what medicinal plants, like that. There are so many areas in the botany. So now you have to choose any particular topic. So particular topic you have to choose. First of all, to write a scientific writing, you have to choose a particular topic of your interest. Yes, then to write the concept of scientific writing, what you want to write, first you have to decide what you have to write. Do you want to write new properties, or do you want to research new area, I mean a new concept of the topic, or you want to write anything else on that? So suppose you have taken a topic, there what you have to do on a particular topic. What you have to do, first of all, you have to collect earlier data. You have to collect earlier data. Earlier data means what already the research is carried out. What the earlier research, earlier published research, because it should be published. Yes, what is meant by earlier published research? So something, a report has been written in a journal, it may be published in journal, or it may be published in book, or any type of authentic publications. Authentic publication. So, on which topic you want to do the research, you have to choose that topic first. You have to choose the topic first, then you have to collect the data about that topic. So, how you have to collect? Just you have to search the journals, search the books, or any type of authentic publications. So, after collecting this, what you have to do? The next step is what? What the earlier research is carried out, right? What the earlier research is carried out, that is very important. So suppose you want to do the same research, it has no meaning. That's why you have to search what earlier research has been carried out and what I have to do. What I have to do. Yes, that is called gap of the research. That is called gap. So, what is that? Earlier research and present present your study. So if something is missed in this, if something is missed in the earlier research, that missed thing can be done in the present study. So the first of all, choosing a topic or choosing a particular uh, concept of the research is very important. First of all, you have to choose the concept on which you want to work. The concept which you want to work is very important and it should be very new. Then only the work what we have done, that will be publishable, that will be recognizable, and that will be patentable also. Patentable means it will be recorded in your name as it is a your research, and you will get some royalty on that also. So when you have chosen the topic, first of all, what we have to do? Collecting the data. What is collecting the data? Right? Collecting data, just I have said you, collecting data by various methods. There are two types of data collection, that is primary collection, or it is called as a primary data, and second one is secondary data, right? So what is primary data, what is secondary data? There are so many types of data. We have to collect the primary data. So primary data is that what the earlier research has been done, that is called as primary data. Secondary data, what are the developments has been done on the earlier research, that is called as the secondary data. So how we have to collect the data? There are so many ways of collecting the data. So there, what you have to do, there are particular ways of collecting data. You have to follow any one method of collecting the data, then you have to go ahead. So what are the types of the data? So let me call what is meant by data first. Let me discuss what is meant by data. It is gathering or collecting the information. It is gathering or collecting information about the targeted research. Targeted means what you want to do the research, right? In a particular or systematic way, particular system, in a particular system. Yeah, there is a particular ways to collect the data. We cannot collect the data like anything. So there are some systems, according to that we have to collect the data. If we collect the data, how to collect, there are some formats. Just I will expose that formats, then you can go ahead for the things what are important data collection. So there are ways of data collection. Ways of data collection. Yes, what are the ways of data collection? First one, a simple way is interviews. So this happens in humanity subjects or art subjects. Yes, right? Because we are researching about a person or we are researching about a matter. So then what we have to do, we have to do some interviews by making some questionnaires. Some students who are working in the B.Ed colleges, they are working in the social work there, they will collect the data by the interviews. How do they will do the interviews? By the Google form. By Google form, they will make a Google form. Google form is what? It is a one form. This is the online form. There will be some questions like 1 2. They will take the data like that, what they want the data, that questions they will form. Here they will put answer for the questions. So this way they will collect data. That way is called as interview way of collecting the data. So this data, so maximum, for example, suppose we want to collect the opinion of the we're doing the research, right? We're going to have the opinion of public on this research. For example, simply suppose now a pandemic issues is going on. What are the opinion about the doctors about the disease? That questions will be in the interview form. Then we'll collect the collective data from different part of the doctors. So then we will analyze that data and will come to a conclusion. So that conclusion happens, for example, right now what we are doing, vaccination, finding the vaccination, right? So after doing the research of finding the particular vaccination, we apply this vaccination on the public uh, uh, for 2 trials or 3 trials, right? Then we come to conclusion how much efficiency of this vaccine is having, right? So that's why some by that research only they are telling that this vaccine has 92% of effective, this vaccine 98% effective. So this all conclusions will come by the data what we have collected. So we apply the vaccine on the mass of the public. When the mass of the public give the result on that, suppose 100 people are taken the vaccine, out of 100 only 2 people or 3 people they are having the COVID again, then we can say, oh, it is 98% effective. That means the people who have taken the vaccine, among 100 only 2% are not having the efficiency, but 98% it is working. So this is the new research. By taking this data they will come to the conclusion. So this is one of the way to collect the data, and after collecting we have to analyze, and there are so many tools to analyze that are called as data analysis. There are so many tools, later we come to that. So first way of collecting data is what? Interview. So we have to form some Google forms or some questionnaire, manually we can take or online we can take. Just you write some questions what are very essential for your research. Just you write down that questions, have the answers from the public. Some you have to take some around 100 people or around 1000 people. So how many opinions you will gather depends on that opinions. The exact report will come. On that result we can write a scientific writing. So one of the important way of collecting the data is interview methods. Next, second one is survey. Yes, so survey means what? On this topic, how many people have worked? For example, nowadays we are finding 2 to 3 vaccines, right? So first vaccine, how it is working. Second vaccine, how it is working. Third vaccine, how it is working. What is missed in this? Suppose it is giving 92% of efficiency. Next fellow should find new research or new vaccine with 90 above this vaccination, above this efficiency, then only it is good. So how, to compare the research, so we have to develop something more than the first research. So for that we have to research, or we have to do the survey. What is the outcome, or what is the result of the first research, result of the second research, result of the third research. So like that we have to do the research, then we can do what we can do the next working. Next, what we have to do. So survey is the one of the important way of collecting the data. When we get the survey, then again we have to, this survey we have to keep it in a particular manner, and we have to analyze which type of research we have to carry out, what already the research has been done, what we have to do, and if already research is done, we have to do more than that, or we have to find the what the problem is there, or what is the drawbacks and demerits of the earlier research, that we have to overcome in the new research. Suppose a vaccine which has been established first, so it is giving 92% efficiency, then next research should be minimum 92 or more than 92. More than 92 means it is a good research. Like that we have to do the collection of data by the survey method. So after that another method is there, that is third method. I can take that, observation method. So what is meant by observation? There are so many scientific reports. We have to observe practical results of the experiment, because some research are practical based, some research are theoretical based. So observation it will apply maximum to the practical based research. So we have to observe what the changes are happening on doing the practical. Yes, changing, what is changing. For what is our research? On the basis of the research we do the practical 1, practical 2, practical 3, right? First what is practical, second practical is what, third practical. So what is happening in the first practical result, what is happening in the second practical results, what is happening in the third practical results. So that we have to observe, and we have to conclude how long we have to run, how long we have to run. So observation in the, so we have to do some setup, practical setup we have to observe, because time oriented practical research will be there. That's why, so the practical setup is very much important. If the practical setup is wrong, the whole research will be wrong. Therefore observation is the one of the very important. We have to observe the first practical, we have to write down what happened in this. Next we have to have what happened in this. For example, see, Thomas Alva Edison, hope you hear that name, Thomas Alva Edison, right? Alva Edison, who identified the bulb, right? Tungsten bulb ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, tungsten bulb. So what he did 100 experiments. He did 100 experiments. After that, he came to know that I can make the bulb of tungsten, right? So tungsten bulb ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ he has done 100 experiment. He observed what is the problem in the first experiment, what is the problem in the second experiment, what is so that problem he is overcoming in the next experiment. So after observing 100 experiment, finally after 100th experiment or some more experiment, he invented the tungsten bulb. Till today it was working, right? So it does not happen in a single experiment, it happened in more than 100 experiments. So observation of that each experiment and tabulating that result is very important, and that is called the observation way of collecting the data. Next we have to do some documentation. So when we do the observation, so each observation documentation we have to do. We have to keep the records of this. Yes, because again we cannot conduct the experiment, or again we cannot conduct the practical, so that when we are doing the practicals or doing the experiments, the each experiment data we have to document or we have to record it, so that after doing the next first experiment, then we have to do some good improvement in the next experiment. That's why we have to maintain the documentation of each observation, so then it will help for the quality of the research. So one of the important method is also documentation. After observation we have to document or we have to record all the data, what is happened in the first experiment, second experiment and third experiment, so that we can do the writing, because in the scientific writing we have to mention all the data what we have done. Sequentially we have to mention, first we have taken the data from the interview, next we have taken the data by the surveys, next we have recorded all the documents. So in the scientific rating, sequentially we have to mention what has been happened throughout this story. That's why important. Hence these steps are very much important in the scientific writing. Yes. Then focus groups are focusing on the research is very much important. So when you clearly write all the records of the each experiment, then you can have what we have to do the best. So that will come after maximum experiments. So then when you are getting the result what you are expecting, then you can stop the experiment and you can start the writing. Then we have to oral 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 uh, oral data collection, because we have to discuss with some experts about this matter who are experts in that research. We have to discuss with them. Discussion, oral discussion, right? What is oral discussion? So you have to discuss this matter with the expert, and you have to take the opinion of expert, and then you have to go ahead what the way you are doing is correct or wrong, or is it matching to earlier experiments. So that all are called as the discussion, oral discussion, right? When oral discussion and what you have done both are matching, you can go ahead. So some another way of data collection, that is what one is called as there are two types of again data, two types. What are that two type? One is qualitative data, another is quantitative data. Yes, qualitative data is what it speaks about the quality of the data, how the quality is there, and you have to explain about the quality. Quantitative data means numbers, how many people has agreed this research, how many data you are collected, around 100 samples you have collected. So it will speaks about the number, it will speaks about the quality. So these two data again are classified in the primary data and secondary data, like that. Okay, next we have to go for the primary data. There also primary data, what are the things are there? There we have to take the questionnaire and interviews and group discussion. Secondary data, we have to find some already published data in the research publications or journals or in the books or in the any form of the legal publication, any form of legal publications. So because we have to quote that all things in scientific writing, therefore we have to take the authentic published matters. I hope this is first part of the scientific writing. So next class we will explain about the next process of the scientific writing. Hope you understand. If you have any queries, please write me in the comment box. Please subscribe this channel for getting the new video of the same topic of your interest. Okay, I hope if you have any doubts, please write the queries in the comment box and write your attendance in the comment box, live chat box, and I hope you understand this. If you have any doubts, please disclose in the comment box so I can cover that matter in the next video. Thank you very much for listening me. Don't forget to hit the like button as well, subscribe this channel. Thank you once again.